Low-rated Christmas movies are my favorite types of movies to make fun of. However, throughout the last 2 years, I have made fun of these Christmas movies without ever having made one myself. So, I'm gonna make the lowest rated Christmas movie of all time to show these other movies how it's really done. Before I actually start making this Christmas movie, I need to figure out what goes into a Christmas movie to make it so terrible. Instead of watching every single bad Christmas movie ever made, I found a list on IMDb with the worst of the very worst. Why am I such a negative person? Back in 2022, I made a review or just a commentary video on the Christmas movie Elfman. The movie is terrible. It stars Wee Man from Jackass. For some reason, I'm not going to describe the movie very well because there is not much to describe. That movie is genuinely insane. It's bonkers. It makes no sense. It's just a classic movie. And it's actually a really funny Christmas movie too. Like, genuinely, the movie is pretty goddamn funny. I'm trying to stop swearing so much because my grandparents have found my YouTube channel now, so hi! Any fucking way. This movie is good. Not the Elfman movie. So that's Elfman. Now, the other Christmas movie I watched last year was called Santa with Muscles, and it was just about Hulk Hogan becoming Santa Claus. It did kind of make me tear up a little bit at the end, you know, because I'm a little sad little boy. But those are the two Christmas movies I watched on this channel, and they are so funny and just completely bonkers. They make absolutely no sense, which I think should be something my movie needs to have. So I'm gonna write down like 5 things, a checklist, if you will, that my bad Christmas movie needs to have. Jack Frost 2, Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. And this is the poster. Like, what? What on earth is actually going on here? Like, there's a snowman with human eyes and human teeth. Someone gave it an 8 out of 10, saying that it's an exercise in bad filmmaking. I use this term very loosely because, like the first one, the sequel is so bad that it's good, and that's the point. I think I also need that in my movie too. With the production values of cinematic skin flick, shoddy effects, and paper-thin characters, Jack Frost 2 is one of the best bad movies I've ever laid my eyes upon. If you ever wanted to see a snowman cry and get covered in bananas by a bunch of walking stereotypes, this movie is for you. I finally found my movie! So yeah, I'm assuming the snowman just come alive and try to kill them. With my movie, I'm definitely not going to be able to go all out and get animatronics and expensive props because this movie is not going to cost me anything. In true bad movie fashion, I'm not going to spend like any money on this movie. I did buy 2 ugly Christmas sweaters though, and you'll see why soon enough. Let's just read some of the plot summaries for these movies and see if any really stand out. Santa Claus is just the name of this movie. With Merlin's aid, Santa Claus must defeat the evil machinations of the devil pitch to ruin Christmas. I did go to school. I just don't know what the hell that means. Santa Claus conquers the Martians? The Martians kidnap Santa Claus because there is nobody on Mars to give their children presents. Santa Claus. A B horror movie actress is stalked by a deranged fan bent on claiming her for himself. Oh, and the posters are just so good. Oh, and there's Santa with Muscles. Let's go. 1.3 stars. This might be the lowest rated Christmas movie I've ever seen. Wow, that's really low. Kirk Cameron saving Christmas. His annual Christmas party faltering thanks to his cynical brother-in-law. Former Growing Pains star Kirk Cameron attempts to save the day by showing him that Jesus Christ remains a crucial component of the over-commercialized holiday. Yeah, I don't even want to read any more about that movie. It seems like absolute dog shit. Whoa, another 1.3. Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny. When Santa's sleigh gets stuck in Florida, of course, he tells a group of kids the story of Thumbelina. I don't know what that is. There's a 1 out of 10 star review and it's freaking hilarious. Several months ago, I received a DVD from Riftax. I popped it into my player and wondered those 5 deadly words. How bad could it be? To sum it up in one word, that's the most like early 2000s review I've ever seen. If I can get a movie lower than a 1.3 rating, I think I've achieved something truly special. There's not many redeeming qualities in a movie that low. I also think the movie has to have some really like atrocious acting because bad acting is it's just a no-brainer when you think of some of the worst movies ever made. And I make YouTube comedy sketches, so you know my acting is bad. There was a Star Wars holiday special. Why have I never heard of this? Chewbacca and Han Solo tried to get to the Wookiee homeland of Kashyyyk to celebrate Life Day, but are implied by an Imperial blockade. Chewie's family passes the time with various forms of entertainment. What are these words and how do I pronounce them? God, yeah, Home Alone 4, Taking Back the House. When they got rid of Macaulay Culkin, all those movies just kind of went to shit. Another thing I would also love to do with this movie is make it just completely disturbing. Like, I want certain scenes in this movie to be all you think about when you're trying to go to sleep at night, and they're just keeping you up, and you just keep thinking about them, and you go insane. Those are kind of my favorite movies. I love stuff like that. I also want my movie to have a commentary video made shitting on it. If no one else does it, I will. I still wonder though, is it like that hard to make a good Christmas movie? Like, as long as you have a good story for me, and it's just told well, and it's to the point, and there's a lot of love put into the movie, then I think you can't go wrong. Sure, like, money can buy you better equipment, better lighting and stylistic choices and all that kind of stuff, better actors, but it's like, there's a charm to low budget movies and filmmaking that I think is unbeatable. Jesus Christ, it's hot. Oh. Jesus. You know what else this movie needs? It needs some bad puns. It needs some terrible jokes. I really want this movie to be so Christmassy that it kind of hurts. Like, there needs to be way too much Christmas stuff, way too many Christmas related jokes, and way too much Christmas related just material throughout the movie, because I think that's going to make it replayable every year and recognizable that it's, oh yeah, that's a bad Christmas movie. Because if I'm not wearing an ugly sweater, then it's not an ugly Christmas movie. Now, for the soundtrack, I want this movie to have original song covers. I want to make some Christmas music, a Christmas cover album or something, you know, like Jay Schlatt just did. Like and subscribe if you want me to make a Christmas cover album, because I will do it. That's besides the point. I just want some bad Christmas music, and I want it to sound just really painful. If this Christmas movie doesn't become an all-time classic, then I've done something wrong. So after watching the worst of the worst Christmas movies, I came up with a checklist that every terrible Christmas movie has. So now that I have this in my knowledge, all I need to do is begin filming. Hello. Ah! Hello! So this is my friend Sammy. He's never been on any of my videos, and I just showed him about my channel. So he's very happy to be here.
Yes, very happy.
This is gonna suck. It's 20 degrees today, and if we're doing this movie in ugly Christmas sweaters, we're both gonna pass out. It's gonna be bad. First of all, we're gonna come up with some titles. And we need these titles to be as stupid as possible, because we want the actual title of the movie to be really dumb. Because we're trying to make the worst Christmas movie possible.
Yep, that sounds about very right.
Okay. So for this Christmas movie, do you have any titles?
Santa's Meltdown.
Okay.
Red-eared reindeer.
Santa's piping hot. Santa's piping hot. Oh my god, I can't spell. I don't know.
Horrible.
Okay, how about you? We both suck at spelling. It's terrible. Have a holly jolly
crap.
I don't know. Have a holly jolly crap. Yeah, you write that one down.
Christmas killing cookies.
Christmas killing cookies. Christmas killing cookies. That's cool, actually.
Isn't cookies spelled with a C?
Yeah, but if it's all K, it looks cool. Oh no, but then the alliteration is KKK. No! Christmas cookies.
Oh god, this is hard.
This is the hardest thing we're gonna do today. Yeah. I'm still stuck on have a holly jolly crap, man. That's the worst.
That one sounds good.
Yeah, that might be our winner so far, I think. If we can't come up with a better one. Jingle my balls?
No. That's just way too sexy.
Okay.
Yellow snowball.
Yellow snowball. That's very... It's,
crap?
No. I'm picturing something really...
Indicating it.
It's indicating something bad. There's a bunch of Christmas stuff. Like, you've got reindeer, you've got Santa, you know, Mrs. Claus, you got the elves. Elfity... Elf? Elfity elf.
Elfity elf.
Elfity elf. Okay, that's one. So we're not gonna write this Christmas movie, which is gonna make it even worse because there's gonna be no script. So we're just gonna be coming up with stuff on the spot, which will hopefully make it even worse of a movie. Oh, we should go through the checklist right now, actually.
Oh, yes.
So the 5 things that every bad Christmas movie has. Number 1, bad puns and jokes.
There are some horrible ones in
Yeah.
movies.
So we might come up with some in the titles too. Like we need really bad puns in the movie and bad jokes throughout
It'd
it.
have like a really intense scene followed by a crappy joke.
Yeah. We want this movie to be the lowest rated Christmas movie of all time. So after watching a lot of them, I found that almost all of them have really bad puns throughout the movie or in the title. The next thing, do you want to read this one out?
Oh yeah. All right. So the next thing,
Yeah.
we already fulfilled this, but terrible acting.
Yeah, we are masters at this, actually. We've been
Yeah,
practicing
we're
for
not
years. Yeah, we're pretty method at this. We need the acting in the movie to be just straight up trash. Like,
Horrible.
yeah, we want hands, like, in the camera. We want, like, mics sticking through
mic
the corner.
stick showing up in the
Kind of
camera.
like this, yeah, like a hand holding mics. And, like, we just really want this movie to look as bad as possible.
Yeah, that seems very right.
So I'll just get you to film it, and you're good at that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, man. So the third thing is we want this movie to make absolutely zero sense.
Yes. That'll be easy.
That'll be pretty easy because we're not coming up with a script, so it's just gonna be absolutely insane and nothing's gonna make any sense at all.
It's just gonna be nonsense the whole way through.
Yep, pretty much. This is the fourth thing.
Way too Christmassy.
Way too Christmassy. I didn't know what to write at this point, so I was like, well, all of these movies are just super Christmassy for the hopes that they get put out and played every December. If we want our movie to be like a yearly classic that gets replayed every year,
Yes.
we need it to be super Christmassy and festive.
Sounds right.
Yeah. And the final thing is the movie has to be so bad that somehow it's good.
Yes, there's a movie like that. It's about sharks in a tornado, but I don't know.
NATO, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I've on this channel, I haven't told you this, but I watched so many bad movies, like because there are just some that are absolutely atrocious and they're just so funny. We want this movie to be on a scale where it's really bad and it's not so bad it's like hard, like it's not funny or it's just depressing. We want it to be so bad that the comedy is so good. You know?
Yes.
So those are the 5 things that we need to check off while filming this movie. And let's get back to the titles.
Oh yes.
Oh, reindeer.
Reindeer.
Oh, reindeer is pretty bad.
Yes, that is a pretty bad.
It's atrocious. Christmas bells.
That's Snoopy's Christmas.
Snoopy's Christmas. We could do it called Sammy's Christmas. Ben and Sammy's
Wonderfully horrible Christmas.
Let's make like a really, really long title. Ben and Sammy's wonderfully atrocious, disappointing, but yet enthralling Christmas. Ben and Sammy's wonderfully exciting but frightening holiday finanza. It's probably not how you spell holiday.
Holiday.
How do you spell finanza? F-A-N-A-N-Z-A.
That'll do.
Yeah, that's the worst part, I think. Ben and Sammy's wonderfully exciting but frighteningly.
Yeah.
I hate that so much, man.
It's horrible.
That's really bad. Okay, and one more.
All right, one more.
One more. 'Twas.
You got nothing.
I got nothing at all.
Elf's Reindeer Rebellion.
What would be the elf's name? Like, Elfie.
Jerry.
Jerry the Elf's Reindeer Rebellion?
Yes.
You think so? Okay, yeah, let's do that. You ready for this?
All right.
We're going to read out all of the 10 titles, and whatever one sticks out the most, we'll do a 1v1 and see which title is the best of the best. I don't know. How about we read out all the 10 titles, we both choose one we like the most, and then we do paper, scissors, rock.
All right, good enough.
Okay, we'll do that. Here are the 10 titles of the 10 worst names for our worst Christmas movie. Santa's Meltdown, Red-Eared Reindeer,
Santa's Piping Hot. Yeah, you took it on me. Right. Have a holly jolly crap. Christmas Krillin Cookies, Yellow Snowball, Elfity Elf, Oh Reindeer. Ben and Sammy's wonderfully exciting holiday Caranza,
and Jerry
Jerry
the
the Elf's Reindeer Rebellion.
Oh my god.
These are horrible.
That's so bad. Okay, so I'm gonna choose my favorite, he's gonna choose his favorite, and we'll do paper, scissors, rock. I'm crying to see which title will win. So you've got yours?
Yep, I've got mine.
I've got mine. Should we say them at the same time?
Yeah, we can do that.
3, 2, 1. Have a holly
reindeer.
jolly crap. Okay, wow. So you think Oh Reindeer is the worst title?
It just sounds like it's very sexual, but it's not.
I think, because we really like to have a holly jolly crap, and that one's just like so stupid.
Yes.
That it works really well. Paper, scissors, rock?
All right, paper, scissors, rock.
Actually, I'm going to change mine. Sorry.
What?
Okay, I changed mine. Mine is going to be Ben and Sammy's Wonderfully Exciting But Frightening Holiday Bonanza. It's the title. And yours is Oh Reindeer.
Oh Reindeer.
This is the ultimate battle. Let's do
yeah.
this. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, let's go!
There's nothing wrong with it anyway.
No, it's perfect. So now that we got the title, we got to come up with the plot. Now, we're not going to write the movie, but we are going to have a little story that we
story
can
behind it.
a little bit of a story behind it, so we're not just thrown into a movie of nothing. Okay, so what do you think this movie would be about?
Two friends
Yeah.
going out to a holiday house to enjoy Christmas.
On the way,
Their neighbor is crazy psychopath.
the neighbor is a crazy psychopath, and his name's like Steven.
Yeah, Steven.
Yes, Steven. Steven the psycho.
Two best friends going to a holiday house, and their neighbor never. I'll keep it that. Despises Christmas.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Two best friends go into a holiday house, and their neighbor despises Christmas.
Should there be like some crappy reason why he despises
Yeah,
Christmas?
like kind of like the Grinch. Maybe it gets revealed right at the end that the reason he despises Christmas is because one time on Christmas, he sat down to eat his Christmas dinner and he shat himself. And now everyone that was eating at the table with him remembers every Christmas that he shat himself.
He's the Christmas crapper.
The Christmas crapper, bro. Oh, shit. Okay, wait.
This is the great plot.
We're actually geniuses, man. This is like,
No.
I think we're going to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Hollywood.
High five! Whoa!
Yeah.
What genre do you want to do?
Ooh, could be like a comedy.
A comedy?
Horror.
Yeah.
What's
Comedy,
it called?
horror.
Emotional. Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be like an emotional roller coaster. This seems like a great script.
It's 2 sentences, but I think we're ready to film.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We look amazing. So after we noticed in the mirror that we were looking incredible, we began to start shooting the film. Spoiler alert, we had an amazing time making this movie. The fact that it's supposed to be bad just makes everything fun, and it feels like there's nothing that I really have to do, or Sammy and I had to do to make this movie like the highest quality, because it was supposed to be bad quality. It really took me back to when I was younger, and I made these old sketch comedy videos inspired by like Smosh and Ryan Higa, and channels like that, where we just fooled around, no script, no acting experience, it was just for laughs. And that's what I feel like we accomplished with this film. It's just made to be made fun of. We're definitely gonna look back at this movie and like piss our pants laughing. Maybe we climb through the window. Go, look out, look out, whoa! Get in there, get in! Can I wait, stay there? I want to get a shot through the window.
I'll just hold this here.
I also don't know why, but I made Sammy climb through so many windows. Sammy does like the most insane things I'll tell him to do. I'll be like, can you climb through that window? And he'll climb through that window. Okay, maybe that's not the most insane thing, but you get my point. It's really bright, look at it.
I know.
You look so white.
Over there just going, oh, that's not looking good.
Also, there's a part in the movie where he opens the door for me after he's climbed through the window to get into the house, and the exposure outside is just insanely bright. Like, you can barely understand what is going on for this scene, but that's why it's perfect. And we put like red food coloring in the bowl.
Just around some of the outside.
This is the bathroom. Can you put some red food coloring in there? Like 3 drops, maybe?
Just swirl it around.
No, we'll flush it and then literally red will pour from the sides.
Seems like a good scene.
We also had an idea that if we put food coloring, like red food coloring, in the top of the toilet and then flush the toilet, it'll pour down red and it will look like a punch bowl or something stupid. So we made a joke out of that and it actually was very funny. They've even got a working toilet.
Oh, it's a punch bowl.
Oh!
Get out, I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Like I said, like this movie is not scripted. We were just coming up with everything on the spot and that ended up making some really funny moments and the movie wouldn't have been the same if we wrote it. It would have probably been a lot better, which in turn would have been worse. So we're in the middle of filming the best Christmas movie of all time. Had a little... Oh! Jesus, Sammy! That legitimately, like, scared me when I was editing. That sucks. That's awesome.
That's the point.
That's the point. It needs to be as bad as possible in order for it to somehow be as good as possible. Well, Santa's been here, and then you'll get the Christmas, and you'll start eating the cookies and go, cookies!
Cookies! Oh, yes.
So most of the bloopers is not really bloopers because almost everything was done in one take. That's probably why the movie ended up so terrible. But yeah, most of the footage we did was in one take and behind the scenes, all there really is us explaining like what we're gonna do. Oh, maybe this should happen and maybe then this should happen, but legit, that's how it goes when you're coming up with a film on the spot. Then this is literally my favorite part of this entire film is when Sammy, who plays this character called Carl the Christmas Crapper, climbs through the window and this happens. He climbs through the window.
I'm not climbing through that window. Oh, stupid window. Oh, you little buggers.
Who are you?
I'm Carl the Christmas Crapper. And I hate Christmas!
You need help. Sammy! Oh,
Shit.
Are you okay? Yes. Oh my god, man.
I was coming through and went, I can't get through here.
Oh god. Holy shit. Yeah, we laughed about this for like 5 minutes, but he fell through the window and he was stuck. Like his legs were pushed against the back of the window. And like, dude, I hadn't laughed that hard in such a long time. This was just so fun. I'm so thankful we got to make this movie because, oh my gosh, it's hilarious.
This is so fun.
I know, this is really fun. Shout out Sammy too. Like, he doesn't have a YouTube channel and I didn't pay him at all for this movie, actually. I probably should have, but I did pay him in cookies, if that counts.
We need the camera solely on one person.
Yeah, like I'm like cut off in the corner. Yeah, that's so funny. Sammy was also an incredible co-director because he helped me get some of the worst looking shots I had ever seen.
He's slowly losing his mind.
Yeah, he's losing his mind.
Well, he's already lost it. But
yeah,
more.
But even more so. And he comes in, and we follow him like behind him as he walks into the house. He opens up a door, and then from our perspective, we're like, no! Oh yeah, and we also came up with this idea of that we want some of the chasing scenes to be in slow-mo, but to not be in slow-mo. So what we did is we talked in a very slow-mo voice, like, no! Without actually slowing down the footage. So it looks completely insane, and this, I had never seen Sammy laugh so hard when we were making anything. Well, the whole final battle is me like, no! And he's like, ah! So fling it open, and then I go, no!
That is hilarious.
Yeah, Sammy actually lost it like multiple times when we were doing the slow-mo footage stuff. You can so obviously see me in the reflection too, which is really funny. Sammy also stubbed his toe really hard here, which was insane because he managed to hold in his laughter throughout the scene, which fair play, Sammy. I think you deserve the Oscar this year. Can we get some hashtag Oscar for Sammy comments in the comment section below? Also, this movie was amazing for helping me kind of break my perfectionism. I am quite a perfectionist when it comes to making stuff and creating art, and this movie especially, I really had to just let go of that because the worse the quality of this movie, the funnier it would inherently be. But yeah, that kind of helped me when filming this movie because now I've been like smashing through this video and I haven't really been focused on changing minute details that no one's gonna really be paying attention to. Just goes to show that perfection does not exist. Okay, now what were we gonna do before? Like you would be
in front of you running.
So Sammy came up with this idea that when he was running away from me, so he's playing this bad guy and I'm in front of the bad guy running away, I do a shot where it's me running away, but behind me there's no bad guy, so it makes absolutely no sense. So that's something that it's like you'll notice if you're paying attention, but it just makes the movie so much better. After everything went down, we got the final end credit shot, and that was a wrap on, I'm not gonna say the title. Okay, fine, I'll say Ben and Sammy's wonderfully exciting but frightening holiday finanza. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. So now that we had finished filming, Sammy went home, I recorded the soundtrack for the movie, and by golly, this thing is probably the worst soundtrack of all time. Anyway, after that I edited the film. It only took about like 5 or 6 hours, which is really short for me. And then it was time for Sammy to come back for the premiere. But before the premiere, and yeah, I know, I mean, I did give him cookies as payment, but I also surprised him with a thank you gift. Whoa, I'm pale.
Oh, you're very white.
So white. Hello. I got Sammy a present for helping with the movie and being a star in the film. He's gonna open it now, so let me just... Yeah, it's quite a big present, actually.
You haven't made a bunch of knots in this, have you?
No, I don't think so.
Thanks, Sammy, for helping me to celebratory make the worst rated Xmas movie of all time, probably.
That's
Ben's signature.
My signature, yeah, which is not good.
That is a very good present.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay, this is what I got him. A poster of the movie, in a frame.
Thank you.
No, that's all right. So we sat down for the premiere of the movie, and Sammy was absolutely ecstatic.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
We made it to the premiere, and how do you feel?
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be mind-blowing. It's gonna be the best thing ever.
It might absolutely blow your mind into a million pieces because of how terrible it is. I put absolutely no effort into this movie, so I hope Sammy really enjoys it. I think it's actually quite funny. It's probably so bad it's good. We didn't end up getting any Christmas puns in there at the time of filming. That was a bit too hard, but we checked off everything else on the checklist, and without further ado, let's watch Ben and Sammy's wonderfully exciting but frightening holiday finanza. That just rolls off the tongue. While watching the movie, we had an absolute blast because of the bad acting. Go, look out, look out, whoa! Get in there, get in! Let's go!
That's great. That was horrible.
Parts where we left in us saying, cut that.
Oh, okay, let's go over there.
Let's do it. Cut. Man, we should have and us literally looking into the camera.
Oh yeah, I'm a little guy.
Yeah.
You just keep looking at the camera.
Sometimes Sammy was more focused on the popcorn than the movie, but he seemed to be having a good time. It's gonna be so good, eh? What is that? Sammy also didn't realize it was me singing the soundtrack, but after I told him, he lost it. The soundtrack's pretty good, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. This sounds great.
You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not cry. It's on me.
I didn't realize that.
Did you not? Oh my goodness.
Only until you mentioned it.
It's amazing. But before Sammy could go, I had to ask him one final question. So out of 10, now that we've watched this movie, what would be your final rating?
Final rating? I would have to give it...
Chestnuts rumbling o'er the fight, Jack Frost snipping out the snowball.